Amy, thank you very much. A run home with Joel and Fletch, and surprisingly big offers at your participating Hyundai dealer today. Talking of surprises, surprising purchase, which I love. And the great Matty Johns joins us. Matthew, and now owner of the Gold Coast Titans. Good afternoon to you.
Sugar, how are you, brother?
Oh, mate.
How'd you go, Matthew? What did you... you were keen on more felons, weren't you?
Yeah, I did. It was, mate, got too far back in the field. And it was a funny Melbourne Cup. It was sort of run and done very quickly. I won't say anticlimactic.
No.
If you back half yours, but, it was... it was, from my angle, disappointing.
Isn't it an empty feeling? I get this feeling pretty much every year. Empty feeling.
I know. The only thing that I can say is thank God for Nash Rawiller. I've been having a crack at him in Randwick. Strange. I can't believe Nash didn't go to Melbourne. Is
it because of the weight?
A bit heavy for him. He can't get a lot of rides, Matty.
No.
Yeah.
He's 6'6".
Gotcha.
He's tall. He's tall.
Hey,
he's a tall bastard.
Yeah, mate, he is tall. Because I stood next to him, and he's just slightly shorter than me. So I'd say a bit less than 5.
Now, Matthew, you've kept this very well hidden.
Because I'm a Titan of a man.
There. Now, I mean, I tried to throw you into crypto. Remember that? When I said, Matty, get involved in crypto, look what that did. When I told you to get on the testosterone cream, rub it in your agates, look what happens.
Yep.
You got into that.
Yeah, yep.
Where was the invite to join the conglomerate?
Yeah, well, I tell you what happened. It was funny. It was coincidental. I was sitting watching the football, and I said, dear wife, Trish, I said, mate, I tell you what, if there's ever a time to get involved with a rugby league club, now is the time. And the next day, she wandered out. I was outside doing the gardening and spraying the pesticides all around my roses. And she came out and she said, you wouldn't believe it, she said, Becca's interested in us taking a stake in the Titans. Are you interested? And then we spoke to them, and they explained what they're going to do and the people they're going to bring in, and it's just too good an opportunity.
Yep.
It's because it's been a club which has basically, outside of a year or two, whether it be from the early days of Gold Coast Giants, Gold Coast Seagulls, and everything, it is, occasionally it's had success, but it's mainly underachieved, and so it's got so much potential there. And it's just getting it right, and mate, I would not invest in a club that I didn't believe in, or be in a business with people like the Frizzels who got a great acumen for business that you wouldn't believe in either. So for me, it was pretty straightforward. It's a no-brainer.
Now, Matthew, are you going to be a silent investor, or does the powers that be want you to be more involved, maybe in recruitment?
Jerry Jones?
Yes. That's what I was
Jerry
getting
Johns.
That's what I was going to get
Jerry
to.
Johns.
JJ?
Jerry Johns.
What's your role going to be? Are you just an investor?
Fletch, the thing about it, I've said to them, look, anything that I can help with at all, please just call, let me know. I spoke to Josh Hannay, and I said to Josh, listen, mate, I don't want you thinking for a second, hang on, mate, Matty's come on board, and Gordon, ex-players who probably think they, want to be second-guessing what I'm doing. I said to him, mate, listen, no interference whatsoever or any second-guessing. The area, Fletch, that the main area I'm going to get involved with is going to be in and around the juniors. I had a good conversation yesterday with Toddy Carney. Now, Toddy, and I've said this before on the show, mate, he has turned his life around like you wouldn't believe. You listen to he and Mitch Pearce, who's another one who's done the same thing. They have a podcast, and it blew me away how articulate he was, Toddy, and just how well he explained the game. Well, he's been doing things up there with their juniors, and, mate, he's been doing remarkably well. I had a yarn to Toddy, and I said, listen, mate, this is the area I want to get involved with, because, mate, they have up there the Gold Coast. They have some of the most powerhouse rugby league schools. Yeah. But for whatever reason, the kids get out of year 12 and they bypass the Gold Coast. They bypass the Titans and they go elsewhere. And that's the area that, they've got to get right. So, mate, if I was to do any sort of, any coaching or throw myself into anything, that's what it's going to be, in and around the juniors. And like tomorrow night, I'm going up with Toddy. They've got a future Titans parent and player night. And so going up there and just having a talk to them, and, it's getting into those schools and not so much selling the club, but, basically trying to strike a bit of a connection between those big schools and the players in the club.
We hear about these pathways. I mean, Gus has always been on about it. He says the only way to be successful is have these pathways. Do they have something already in place, Matty, the Titans?
Fletch, I think I'm not 100% sure. It's a little bit like, when you go for an open house, you don't know where the creeks and the leaks are in the house at the moment. I'm not 100% sure what is in place. I know there's been a lot of rejigging. Harry Knuckles Sadler, he's involved. Anthony LaFranchi's gone into recruitment. So they're doing a lot of things right. They've rejigged a number of things. Where everything placed at the moment, mate, I'm not exactly sure, but I know there's a lot of changes that are happening at the club, and that's the big one. If you look through the history of the game, Melbourne Storm are the exception, but if you look at clubs that have had dynasties or great periods, and you look at the Raiders, the Green Machine era way back, you look at Manly in the 90s. You look at the Broncos in the 90s, and the best example of a lot of the Penrith Panthers right now is the success you get. I mean, the magic formula is 75-25. 75% of your squad who come through your juniors that are taught football within your system that come through, and the 25% are the blokes that you buy to come in to complement the 75%. And that's the big thing that the Titans have got to get right. I think sometimes too that they come in and everyone looks at the top end and says, mate, we've got to fix this, got to fix that, we've got to buy this bloke, get this bloke, convince this bloke to re-sign. The most important thing is we know how quick time goes. 5 years goes in a blink of an eye. And so the most important thing, in my opinion, is they've got to get that base right. And they've got to get the junior structure right. They've got the best kids in the area coming out of those powerhouse schools that want to play for the Titans.
You know about this junior stuff, Fletch, and Gus obviously said he goes on about it. Mick Cronin, everyone's saying, why have we got so many kids coming from Gerringong? Gerringong's a very small population of 4,000 or 5,000. And I was being told about how they do it in Gerringong. Rod Wishart told me this. He still lives there. He said at Gerringong, Mick Cronin set up this program for Gerringong where basically if you're in the under-7s, you're largely coached this way, no matter who you are as a coach, because most clubs have a dad come in and they're doing it their own way, and then Barry's doing it another way in the under-8s and Mary's doing it another way in the under-9s. They've got this almost a template that 80% of it's done. So if you're playing 7s at the lines, this is the system that we do.
Oh, like you get like a manual?
I believe so. And then you can put your own little 20% on it.
Right, okay.
But what it does, and they've all got the same calls, and, it's all that stuff that comes through, and it makes it so comfortable, and the transition's so easy, Matty, isn't it?
Well, that's exactly right. I mean, the example I can use is, mate, I saw it firsthand at Newcastle. The Knights coming into the comp in 88, they had no money. They said, well, what are we going to do here? They said, let's just cultivate the local area. Let's cultivate the big junior base, cultivate the schools. I remember once a week there'd be a player or two and a coach, mainly David Waite. He would come in and he would take the training sessions, and he'd teach you the vocabulary of the Knights, how the Knights defend, how they attack, all their principles. You were taught that in year 10, 11 and 12. And so when you stepped out of that, and then you went into the Knights system, you were just across it. But more than that, having the presence in the school, you want a presence in and around the coaches and the schools and the players. That the fact is, when they come out of it, they just want to play. They first and foremost, they want to play for the Gold Coast. They live in the area. You want to teach them the system. They know the system, and as a consequence, they want to play there.
Matthew, you are off overseas, I understand, very shortly.
Fletch, I spoke to. I've got to bump you.
Yeah.
You were just at Istanbul, which I'm about to go to.
It's a Mickey, absolute Mickey. Just the food,
mate,
and because when I was reading up on it, and it said 99.95% of the population are Muslim. I'm thinking we might struggle to get a beer, obviously, but It is so far removed from what I thought. It is a cracking city.
Did you see Stephen Bradbury there?
No, does he live there?
No, his hair's improved dramatically.
Oh, okay. No,
well,
you will see a lot of people walking around. I was talking about yesterday, heap of Sheilas getting their bugles done and the Bristols, and heaps of dudes at the airport, more often than not, they're pommies with the wraps around their heads, the big white, and their barries, and their barries.
Oh, right.
So, hey, can I ask you, Fletch?
Yes.
I'm hearing my young bloke Jack. He listened to you blokes, and you were telling a story about the Turkish massage house.
Oh, the hammams. Yeah, you got to get involved with that.
Yeah. So, mate, is it not? It's in the nick.
Well, I went in the nick because the guy told me to, but just be wary that you're not there. You don't have a daughter, or a random girl that all of a sudden when you pop your lemon spreader. I'm locking eyes with this little, this Asian lady from, she was from Malaysia, and I was just starkers. I went, sorry.
Should have been going to see Yeti.
But you got to do it. Yes. I described it yesterday. After when you're a kid, you on a slip and slide. You know how it all sticks to you, the detergent?
Yeah.
That's what they use on. They used some sort of hectic shampoo from Turkey. And the beer is the greatest beer I've ever had. It's called FS.
Really?
FS. Yeah, I think Victoria Bitter own it. That was a good killer.
Yeah.
Oh, it's good, Matthew.
Yeah.
And do you like smoking shishas? Or shishas?
Well, Fletch, I'm more than happy to give it a go.
Yeah, I'm sure you. I thought you would.
Well, Matty, we got you on mainly to talk about the Gold Coast. Fascinating story. We hope it goes well. The winner of the Melbourne Cup today was half yours, and the Gold Coast Titans are now half yours. Matty Johns, good on you, mate.
Good on you, Shug. Thanks
There
for
he
the
is.
support. Good on you, Fletch.
See you, Matthew.
Great story. The trading hour, thanks to Forest and Wood, the ultimate renewable, built to last. Choose Wood. Speaking of that, we've got an interesting guest coming up over the next couple of weeks who Brian was alluding to as well.
Well, look, I don't want to go off too early.
No.
But I'm 80% sure we're going to have a gentleman who's just going to, he's going to wow you.
Okay.
He's going to really rock your socks.
Okay, you listen to the Run Home with Joel and Fletch.